Oh, hello.
Hi. So we are in the health food section, and there is no one around. They have Nutella next to the health food stuff. And brownie mixes.
This must be healthy, right? Gluten-free, yeah?
Yeah, healthy ad. So this is some of the health food stuff. And we got the gluten-free section, whole simply gluten-free. Gluten-free pastas, and soups and rice. And more gluten-free chips.
Oh, that's that.
People like their bread, yeah.
Our breads that we use, it's low in fat, dairy-free, wheat-free, and nut-free, so and soy-free as well, so it's really, really friendly. It's full of fibre, which is really, really good for you. It helps get rid of all the toxins from your liver. It pretty much helps get all the junk out of your gut and your digestive system. It just clears you out, helps your health. As I say, it's the second brain, so if you don't look after your gut properly, you'll have a lot of issues, and the toxins will actually stay in their system creating bad bacteria. You don't want that. So including things like this as substitutes for bread will help assist you keeping a good, healthy gut. Good, healthy gut. I'm going to talk, I'm really tired.
There's more nutrient-dense items generally into most of the gluten-free bread. And that's why we choose that. Like all the white breads, for instance, are stripped of its nutrients when it's processed.
Yeah.
So we go for things that aren't stripped of its nutrients if we're going to have something that resembles processed foods. So before I was talking about these corn chips. So basically, the point is they're made with better ingredients. But the macronutrients of itself, so the protein, fats, and carbs, aren't always better than the corn chips that you'd normally buy. So, don't always assume that gluten-free things are going to be healthier, because they can be more dense in calories. So, quick note on these foods behind me. So, these kind of frozen foods. These foods, although they're quick and easy to consume and they're easy to put in the microwave or heat up and eat, they're not always the best choice due to the calories being so dense inside those frozen foods. So it's always going to be healthier for you if you make it yourself instead of getting something that's already pre-packaged and frozen.
You don't know what's in them too, so it's better to make things yourself and incorporate that into your lifestyle, because if you know what you've made, you know what you put in, you know what it's going to taste like, put the stuff that you like in it, it's going to be really good for you. So we suggest even like making extra for dinner and packing it for the next day for lunch. It's a really, really good way to keep on track for the day, and it saves you money as well, so that's always nice.
So this is the bad section, the one you avoid because it's really tasty. No, it's really bad for you. And they always put things on like this for sale because it's cheap and convenient, and they know you're going to buy it because it tastes good. So all these kind of ice cream, frozen yogurt variations. This is part of the cereal aisle.
It's really good for fibre intake. Not.
We always suggest have vegetables for fibre intake and none of these kind of muesli cereals because they're full of calorie dense choices which aren't going to help you in the long run.
For your peanut butter lovers, it's a really good source for fat, but just be aware because there's so many different types, as you can see. A lot of them contain sugar. You want to make sure that the ingredients say, if you look here, 100% peanuts, so you know that you're getting 100% good nutrients. One thing you want to make sure is that you don't have too much canned fish. This contains high amounts of mercury, so it can actually have a negative effect on the body. Too much mercury, as it's a metal, and the way it is filtered out through the body, it doesn't actually get filtered out properly. It stays in.
While we're in this aisle, where it has all sugary drinks and non-sugary drinks, what I wanted to point out is, obviously water is the best choice of liquid to consume, but if you're going to choose between Coke Zero and Coke, or even the Coke Life, my suggestion would be to have Coke Zero, and this is due to the amount of sugar that they use in Coke and even Coke Light. It's still a fair amount. Whereas in Coke Zero they put like Pepsi Max and all those kind of sugar-free colas and lemonades. They put sweeteners in there. In Australia we don't have aspartame or aspartame, whichever way you'd like to say it. But the sweeteners that we use, it's a very minute amount. So instead of using teaspoons of sugar in the mix, they only use, say, a few drops, or even like a couple of drops of that sweetener to make up the sweetness in that drink. So overall, the sugar-free drinks are going to be, I guess, better for you. They're not calorie dense. They don't consume to your caloric intake during the day. If you have to have one, that would be the choice, the sugar-free drinks. But of course, water is always better. Avoid this aisle at all costs. Avoid the confectionery aisle. Leave the chocolates alone. Leave the sugary candies and all these foods alone. So thanks for watching our food shopping part 2 video.
Hope you learned something.
Hopefully. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and like us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and check out our website.
Our Lockford learning for our little part 1 and part 2 is never go shopping hungry. You'll always end up buying the whole place. See you later.
See ya.